Okay, so getting ourselves moving this morning. Let's have feet parallel with a little gap in between, and we're just going to take some arm swings forwards and backwards. And then we'll do some big single arm circles. And then again, forwards and backwards. And then some single arm circles. And then we'll take our figure of eight. So we're going over, side to side, a little knee bend as we transfer the weight. And then we'll take some big single arm circles across the front. So 4 of those. Then we'll work through the feet, just rolling through. And then we'll take a little bit quicker. And then we'll take some rises up onto the toes, into a balance, and lower. And again, all the way up, arms up, and lower. And then the final one, we'll do 4 of those. On the 4th one, we'll stay in our balance at the top. So, starting with the arm swings forward and back. And then single arm circles. Same thing again. And then our figure of 8. Then single arm circles, 4 of these. Rolling through the feet. So knees pushing over the toes. 8 more. Then we'll take our rises. And lower. And again, rising up. And lower. 2 more, rising up. And we lower. And our final one, rising up. Let's take our balance at the top. So holding it here. And then relax. Shake out the legs, roll through the ankles. Or pause there. Okay, feet in our first position. Ready for our pliés exercise. This is our final week on this pliés exercise. We'll have a new exercise next week. So we're taking demi-plié and stretch, demi-plié, stretch, rise, lengthening through those fingers, lower the heels. Into our full plié. Arm is coming out to second, arm all the way up to fifth, open out to the side, into our dégagé, and lower the heels. We repeat in our second position, 2 demi-pliés into the rise, into the full plié, port de bras, arm up to fifth, into our dégagé, closing in front. Repeat in our third or fifth position. Then we take our dégagé to the front. When we're in our 4th position, we remember that we just do the demi-pliés and rise, and then we're going to repeat the demi-plié, so no full plié, but then we close the feet, and we're going to take the arms up the side to an open fist balance today, so both arms into that V. So the pattern is 2 demi-pliés and a rise, a full plié, then the port de bras before we change the position of the feet. Rise, lengthening across the front of the body, as well as growing that little bit taller. And our full plié. The bras, the arm to fifth. Open through second, into a dégagé. So keep that body nice and tall. So like we're lifting out of the waist each time we take our plié. Carefully lower the heels, melting but keeping that body tall. Use our port de bras. Closing in front this time. our full plie. Port de bras. Dégagez into our fourth, so take that foot to the front. But opposite our third or fifth. We're still crossing those feet. And we rise, even on both feet. Comes down so it's ready for 2 demi-pliés. We dégage, close the front foot, rise, and then reverse up to that open fist. Release the other hand. Relax the shoulders, long neck. Relax the ribs. Lower through the arms. Lower the feet. And then relax at the bottom. Good. So, changing sides. And fill all the music with that rise and lower, so we're just putting the heels down before we're ready to go into that full plie. And then a little bit of momentum on this port de bras. Filling the music with the rise. Carefully lowering those heels. We just touch down on the floor, then we melt. And then a sweep of the arm up. We're opposite our cross position. Really work on being even on both legs. Bring the arm down. Closing those feet into our rise, so we reverse up this time. Release the other arm. Extending out through the fingers, nice and wide across the shoulders. Lower the arms through the feet. And we relax at the bottom. Lovely. Okay. So our Tonju's exercise, again, this is going to be the last week on this exercise. We'll have a new one next time. So we take the arm through first and out to second. We've got our Tonju front and close. Tonju front, we're closing with our plie. We go side, closing in front. Side, we close on our plie. We go back out to the side. We circle it round to the front, bending the supporting knee, and then bring it back round to the side. Flex the foot and point the toe. And then we do 3 Tonjus, closing in that first position. And we're thinking about that heel sliding back in along the floor. So it's not just the ball of the foot that's coming in. We're going through the whole foot so that by the time we've closed in first, that heel is touching the floor. Then we take the arm out again, and then we go back and close. To the back, we've closed on a plie. Side, we close behind. Side, we're closing on our plie. We go side, circling round to the back, bending the supporting leg, and stretch, flexing the foot, bending the supporting leg. 3 Tonjus closing in first. And then from there, we turn to parallel second. We take our forwards port de bras. We're going to open to second into a sideways port de bras. We recover, arm is up in fifth. We rise, so we're still in our parallel position. So our knees are pointing straight forwards. We release the arm to fourth. So it's just coming off the bar. We're opening out to second. We're lowering through the heels, keeping them in parallel. And then as the arms come down to bra bar, we're squeezing on, switching on those turnout muscles so that the heels come together. So that was forward port de bras, opening to second, sideways port de bras, recover to fifth, rise, release the hand off the bar so we're in fourth, open to second, lower the heels, and then squeeze as we bring those feet back to first. Okay, here we go. So arm is out in second. So it's nice and slow. Use that time to push that foot down and across the floor. Working through to the end of the toes. Round to the front. Our flex. Push that heel away. And close. And 2. And 3. So both heels are on the floor. And plie. Rond de jambe round. Lift the arm, turn the feet to parallel second. Forward we go. Arm to fifth. Open to the side. And then sweep. Lengthen out of the waist. Recover, arm up to the top. 5, keeping those feet parallel. Release the other hand off the bar. Opening through to second. Lower the heels. And then squeeze. We're engaging all the way down through the backs of the legs as we come back to our first position. Right, on the other side. Ready, prepare with the arm. We're going to the back. Lift that arm up the side, turn the feet, over we go. Opening out to the side, big sweeping port de bras over. Recover arm to the top, rise, keep those legs in parallel. Release the other hand when we're ready. Opening out through second, lower the heels, and then squeeze. Arms to bra bar. Great. Okay, relaxing there. Okay, so I have changed the adagio développé type exercise a week early because I found the other one was a bit fast. So let me just get the music in the right place. So we're going to use this music. Can we hear that okay? Thumbs up, halfway, thumbs down? Yep. Okay. Let me turn it up a tad. Okay, so it's a lot slower. but we're still going to keep those développés, is the right word, quite low. So we're not going to try and lift up the knee and really struggle to hold that leg out. We're going to keep them sort of 45 degrees-ish, and we're going to focus more on making sure that the leg is staying turned out. So by that, I mean, as we draw up the front, this knee is going sideways, not forwards. So knee is going sideways, and then the inside of the heel is going to be on top, not pointing to the side. So that knee is going sideways. We're thinking of keeping that turn out as we come forward to it, trying to rotate that heel, lifting it up towards the ceiling. We're not letting it come round. So we've done one to the front and close. We're then going to go to the side. So we're drawing up the side of the leg this time. So that knee is already pointing sideways. The inside of the heel is coming forward. When we unfold, we're trying as much as we can to keep that heel forward so that as we unfold, we don't end up with the knee to the front. And it's a bit difficult to see with these dark leggings on. I should put spots on my knees. But when the foot looks like that, the heel is pointing down, the knee is pointing forward. We want to try and rotate so the knee is pointing up and the heel is pointing forward. We lower and close. We're then going to go to the back. So we're drawing up the back of the leg. I'm still focusing on this knee going out to the side. The heel is going to keep on the bottom this time. So what we don't want to do is have the heel shining up to the ceiling. We're rotating. You can see the arch of the foot there as it comes round. We lower the toe. We're going to circle that leg round to the front. We're going to step forward onto it, and then we're going to turn all the way round to face the other side. So we're going to do both sides of the exercise in one go. It should hopefully not be too difficult because we've just got développé front, développé side, développé back, and then we swing the leg round. So hopefully we won't get to the other side and think, oh my gosh, I cannot remember what I'm doing. But if that's the case, then just quickly skip over to the other side and do it with the other leg still facing the front. And then I'll do it on the other side as well, just so you've got something to look at. Hopefully that makes sense. So if we're doing it turning, we've gone développé to the front. It's quite slow. Développé to the side, thinking about that turn out. Développé to the back, lower to the toe, bring it round. We step forward onto that foot so that we've now got the other leg behind us. We lift the heel of this leg we're standing on to turn all the way around to the back and then close, and then we're ready to go again. So it was développé front. Concentrating on our turnout, développé side, développé to the back, lower the toe, circle it round to the front, step forward, and then we pivot, and we end up back with the first leg at the front. Okay, so that's the option if we're doing turning and we're okay just facing the other side with nothing to watch. If you need to swap to the other side, what you can do is when you take your step forward, instead of doing your turn, take your step forward and then get yourself ready on your other side. Okay, so you can just walk across or change the side. There's plenty of music, so it shouldn't be a rush. Then we would développé to the side, développé to the back, lower the toe, circle it round, step forward, and then that would either be where you turn or you can just take yourself back to the original side. So if you're not comfortable with doing the turn and having your back to me, then just take yourself across, either swap your chair or your bar or whatever it is you've got in the middle of the exercise. But hopefully we shouldn't feel too nervous about turning our back because it's not too many things to remember, hopefully, fingers crossed. So let's just put the hand on the waist. So think about the knees going to the side. We're drawing up, knees to the side, unfold to the front, close, and drawing up, knees to the side, unfold, and close. To the back. So get that heel on the bottom, rotate it round, lower to the toe, circle round, step forward. So we're either changing to the other side or doing our pivot to face the back. So second side, we're drawing up the front, knees pointing sideways, we unfold at the front, lower and close. Bring up the side, we unfold, heel forward, lower, close at the back. Drawing up the back, we unfold, lower the toe but leave it out. Circle the leg around to the front, step forward onto it. Then we're either our pivot turn round or we're just walking to the other side. Good, pausing there. Okay, so we'll start to work on and develop that exercise. So we'll start to add some arms, maybe work on taking the legs a little bit higher. But as a start, we'll leave it there. Right, Brombackmans to finish off our bar. So we do the one that we've been working on. So we're doing 2 Brombackmans, 1 large retiré and 2 small retirés. So Brombackmans are our throw and close, throw and close. Large retirés coming up somewhere close to the knee and then changing whether we've gone from the front to the back or back to the front. And then our small retirés come somewhere close to the ankle. Up, down, up, down. We then repeat to the side. We close where it came from, then we change the closing. We do our big retiré, so somewhere near the knee, change where the foot is, and then our 2 smaller ones are quite quick. We then go to the back, up and down and up and down, full height, so big retiré, up and down, 2 small. Then we go from the front, we go to the side, close where it came from. Side, close at the back, full height for our retiré, so up to the knee and down. And as we lower that time, we're going to go into little demi-plie, so we can either releve or strong rise up onto the toes. We're going to take the arms to first. We're going to have a little balance. We're going to open them to second, have a little balance, open to fifth, have a little balance, and then this is the hardest bit, I think, from fifth, bringing them back down the front to first, and then we lower onto our little demi-plie to finish. So that was to the side, close in front, side, close behind, lift up, down with our little demi-plie, we're going up, bring the arms both to first, then out to second, then up to fifth, challenging one down the front to first, lower with our little mini demi-plie, and then release the arms there. Okay? So up and down and up and down, big retiré, 2 small retirés. That's your pattern. To the side, close at the back, then at the front, lifting up, 2 quick. We go to the back. Big retiré, 2 small. To the side, we close in front, then behind, lift up. Little plie, into the releve. Arms come to first. Then second, to fifth, and then carefully bring them down the front into our plie and relax. Good. On to the other side. So I think the hardest bit of this exercise is actually those Brombackmans to second, remembering where we're going to close. So the first time we're at the back, so we go out, close behind, out, close in front. And the second time we're already at the front, so we go out, close in front, out, close behind. So close where you came from. That's the bit that normally catches me out. Not closing where we've come from. Lifting up, too quick. And side we close behind. Then in front, lift, too quick. To the back. Lifting up, too quick. To the side. Close at the back, lift. Little plie, up we go. Arms come to first. Then second. All the way up to fifth. Keep those shoulders relaxed. And then carefully down the front first, keeping our balance. Into our little plie to lower. And just releasing there. Brilliant. Okay, holding that there. Let's rearrange our space, come into the center. Okay, so this is going to be the final week on our port de bras. So it's got 4 sections. On Wednesday, we added the 4th section. Today, we're going to recap the 4th section with a little bit extra, and then that will be the whole exercise complete. So to start off, we do just the arms. First, 4th, open 2 seconds. That's 2 counts to lower that arm down the side. Take the back foot out along the line of that arm. Pivot to turn to face the other corner, and then breathe the arms. We go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Toe on 5, turn 6, breathe 7, and 8. I keep getting a message to say my internet's unstable, so hopefully there aren't too many gaps in what I'm saying, but just in case, let's do that again on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, turn 6, breathe 7, 8. 1, 2, arms 3, 4, dégagé side 5, turn 6, that's it, breathe 7 and 8. Section 2 goes 1, dégagé front 2, open 3, close 4, 5, we go to the side, turn 6, breathe 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Section 3, we added the step back. So we go 1, step back, 2, open the arm 3, closing the foot 4, dégagé 5, turn 6, breathe 7 and 8. We went 1, step back 2, open 3, close the foot 4, dégagé 5, turn 6, breathe 7 and 8. Now, when we did this on Wednesday, some of you were here on Wednesday, at the end, we added just a little rise on the last count with that breathe of the arms. We're going to add an extra little bit today into the final section. So we go arms 1, step back 2, transfer the weight forward as we take the arm out the side 3, close the foot 4. Now that foot that you've just closed in is now going to be the one that goes out at the side. Okay, so before we've been closing the front foot in and having to change the weight for the back foot, but this time the transfer of weight comes before there. So we go 1, step back 2, open the arm and transfer forward 3, close the back foot 4, we go side 5, close 6, and then we are adding that little rise 7 and 8. So let's have a look at it on this side. We lift the arms 1, step back 2, transfer the weight forward and open the arm 3, close the back foot 4. Keep that same leg moving. It goes out to the side 5. We turn as we did on count 6. We breathe and rise 7 and 8. Okay, so there's just a little bit more movement, so there's less time for thinking. So let's just recap that final section again on each side. Lifting arms, 1. Release the back foot to step back, 2. Transfer the weight forward and open the arm, 3. Closing the back foot, 4. Dégagé to the 5 and turn on 6. We breathe, 7 and 8. One more time. 1. Release the back foot to step back, 2. Transfer the weight forward and open the arm, 3. Close the back foot, 4. Use that back foot out to the side, 5. We turn on count 6. Then we breathe, 7 and 8. Okay? So we're going to go straight in and do the whole thing with the music. We'll have a practice go. If there's any issues, I'll go over anything that I think we need to do again, and then we'll have our performance go. As I say, this is the last week that we're going to do this one. So we start with 1, just the arms, 2, 3, 4, back foot, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, opening out, dégagez the back foot, close as we turn. So we add the leg to the front this time, just the dégagé. Close that front foot. Here's the turn. Breathe. And 1. Dégagé to the front. Close that front foot. Dégagé side. Turn. We breathe. Step backwards. This time release the back foot. Open 3. Close the front foot. Side. Breathe. So this is section 3. We're just doing the step back. And back. Open, close the front foot. Dégagé. Now we're into section 4. So we've got everything coming together. 1. We step back 2. Transfer 3. Close 4. Dégagé 5. Turn 6. Here's our breathe. Rise. Last time. Arms 1. Release the back foot to step. Transfer. Open the arms. Close that foot. Dégagé. And here's our little breathe. And release there. Good. Well done. So that's our port de bras. So we're going to move on to our allegro now. Oh, you seem to have frozen a little bit. Hang on. Are still there? Yes. Okay. Hopefully you can still hear me and see me okay. Seems a bit unstable today, but never mind. Right, our allegro. We're doing our six traveling towards the right with our right foot in front. So you've got the option of the jump. So that's where we leave the floor off 2 feet and land on 1 foot. Or we're doing our little step with that lift of the leg at the back, going into that same landing position. Okay, so whether we're doing the jump or whether we're doing the step, we're still bending, we've still got fondue on this front leg, and we're thinking about extending the back leg before it comes in. Okay, so just make sure if you're doing the jump that you're not leaping forwards. Okay, we're not going over the top of something, we're going straight up in the air and then coming down on 1 foot. So we go up in the air, up, and then land on the front foot. So it's much more of a straight up and down than a smooth curve. We're not aiming to travel forward, we're aiming to jump up in the air and then land. Okay, so we do 3. The final one, we've left the leg out. We then go pas de bourrée, which is behind side, close in front on our demi-plie. Repeat that to the other side. So I'm going to do the jump, up in the air and close, up in the air and close, up in the air, leave it out, pas de bourrée, behind side, close in front on our demi-plie. Okay, from there, we take this right foot and we go towards the right-hand corner again. We've got our balance phase, so we're taking a step forward. We do a little breathe up, down. We step backwards with the leg that is already at the back, and we bring the trailing leg behind for our little up, down. We're either going to step onto a rise into a little balance, or we're going to step and hop. Okay, it's up to you whether you want to do it as a fuller leg row with all the jumps, or whether you just want to take a little balance. Either way, the leg that's lifted at the back, your left leg, is going to come through and be at the front, and we're going to balance in a 4th on demi-point. So you've got the option of having the feet one in front of the other like this, so it almost looks like I'm in a 5th position, but if I turn sideways, I've got one foot in front of the other. But that's quite tricky to balance because it's a very narrow little area. So you could, if you wanted to, think of it more as 4th opposite 1st. Okay, so you've got a little gap between the feet. I'm still here. We've got a little gap, makes it a little bit more stable because that base is wider. Okay, so we have gone balance, say forward, backward, step into the balance, leg comes through, or step hop, leg comes through, and then bring that back foot in. We then take our left foot. So we do our little coupe. Put your weight on the back foot, change and go forward and backwards. Step and balance and bring the leg through, or step and hop and bring the leg through. So I'm going to do the arms for both sections, so the pisons and the balance phase, because I think it makes it a little bit easier, and then they don't feel like they're flapping around. And then we're just going to focus on that little coupe to change sides, because that is quick, and if we miss it, we'll then be in a mess for the second half of the second part. So for our pisons, we're going to gradually increase the height of these arms. So we're going to go low, medium, high. And that high arm is going to help you to keep that body lifted. What we don't want is pisons that are down here somewhere. So we're keeping the head up right on top of the shoulders. We're lifting the arms to give ourselves a nice high lifted body. Our pas de bourrée arms are opening to second, and then we're bringing them down. We can then start with our low, medium, high. Use the arms to keep the shoulders up. Pas de bourrée arms open out at the sides, and then we bring them down. For the balance phase, we're taking high arabesque again. That's going to keep those shoulders up. Then into 3rd position, so we're rounded at the front. As we take our step forward into our balance, it's that high arabesque one more time. And then we're going to sweep this arm through, and you're going to look over your shoulder. So we're turning from the waist, and we're aiming for those arms to be at the same height front and back. So we've not got one arm high, one arm low. We're keeping those arms roughly the same height. Now it's difficult to see in the camera, but I'm trying my best to make them the same height. I'm not dropping this back arm. Okay, let's change and do that on the other side. So you've now got your left foot ready. Balance, say high arabesque. Balance, say arm 3rd. Step again, high arabesque there, and then sweep the back arm through, so it's there. So you've got the same leg and arm at the front, and we're turning from the waist to look over our shoulder. So if I do it square on for you, on that side, you'll have your right foot at the front and right arm at the front. So I'm turning from the waist, I'm trying to get a straight line across my shoulders like that. Okay? So let's mark that through on each side with the arms, and then we'll just quickly talk about that coupe and how we switch to the second side for the balance stage. So right foot in front, travel to the right. We go low and medium and high. We hold, arms open to the side, down to bras bar in the demi-plie. Second side, we go low and medium and high. We hold it out. Pas de bourrée, arms open, down to bras bar as we plie. We go forward with the right foot, arms to third. High arabesque as we step balance, sweep the other arm through. Then we change sides, we go high arabesque, arms to third. High arabesque as we balance, and then sweep the arms through to that nice extended position there. So we just need to now check out our coupe. So let's bring our left foot forward, left arm forward here. So we're balancing very quickly. You've got to step down on your right foot so that your left foot can get ready to go that way for your balance day. So if you watch, we're here, we go and step. Okay, so I put the weight down on the back foot, and then I'm ready to turn and step out for the balance day. So you've just got to be prepared for that, because we've got a nice sweeping balance day. And 2, we step, balance, and sweep. We go and balance day. Balance day. Step, hold, through. So it's down onto the back foot to release the front foot. Okay, it doesn't have to be particularly elegant. Don't overthink it because it's so quick. Okay, you're concentrating more on the front leg than really what the back leg looks like. So from here, drop onto that back foot, ready with the front foot. Okay, we're ready for the music. Here we go. So start with our distance. We go low, medium, high. Pas de bourrée, open and plie. Low, medium, high. Pas de bourrée, plie. Right foot forward and back. Step balance, kick through and forward and back. Step balance, sweep through, we go low, medium, high. Pas de bourrée into our plie. And low, medium, high. Pas de bourrée into our plie. Right foot balancing. 2. Step up to the balance. Through. And 1. 2. Step balance. Holding that position at the end. Lovely. Good. We're going to spend one more week on that one before we change to something else. As I'm talking over the music, so let's just pause that there. You can never quite tell if you can hear me properly over the music, so I'll pause it. So we've got one more week at that one before we change our allegro. So we'll just keep that for next time. But let's just finish off with a simple port de bras, arms to first, up to fifth, open through second, dégagé, and we'll take our curtsy. And then let's do that in reverse. We go out through second, up to fifth, down through first, and then out into our curtsy. Thank you very much, everybody.